What is going on, you guys? Ryan from Y2J Fix here, and I promised you, I told you guys, once the stuff that I want comes in stock, I was gonna get it, and that's what we got right here. Of course, from Ringside Collectibles. Don't want to show my address, but this is a nice little Mattel box. It's a really big box, which is why I have it propped up like this, actually right next to the figures over there. But we're kind of going to do this a little bit differently. Open it from the bottom, see what happens. So here we go. This is always just such a great feeling when you know you've got new figures and you're just getting closer and closer to actually opening them up. It is really a great feeling. Right, here we go. We are getting it open. And like I said, we've got some new stuff in here, but we also have some older stuff. But speaking of new, here we've got the brand new Elite Seth Rollins. My apologies, I have to fix the lighting a little bit, but this is the Elite 52 Seth Rollins, probably my most wanted out of this whole set that I'm getting here, which is awesome. I cannot wait to take a closer look at this. Of course, we're going to take it out of its packaging after we do the whole unboxing, look at the actual figure, and maybe even do a fix-up. I'm not sure, but there we go. We've got Seth Rollins right there as number one. Lucky number two is a sort of older figure. I think it's 48, although don't quote me on that, maybe 47. We've got the Boogeyman, and this is kind of an older-esque figure. I've been wanting it for a little bit of time. It dropped price on Ringside with the SummerSlam sale, which I believe it was like 16 or 15, and it is really awesome looking. Again, we are going to unbox that definitely. Take a look at the actual figure. Another figure in here is a Ringside exclusive, and it is the Ringside exclusive Finn Balor. I'm now just finally getting this. The reason why I held off on it for so long is because I have a custom Balor similar to this, but it's old, it's kind of worn down. I've been using it for a really long time, so I thought it was time to upgrade. So we're going to do that with the, of course, Ringside exclusive Finn Balor, and I do want to put my Ralph's Finn jacket on here, the Balor Club one, because I think it's going to look really awesome. But there we go. Awesome packaging, by the way, with the Balor Club, the signature on the side. This is really cool. Cannot wait to unbox that. We've got a couple more here. This one is another exclusive, and it is the Ringside exclusive Shane McMahon from King of the Ring. Like I said in my San Diego Comic-Con video, looking forward to possibly getting an angle to match this Shane from the match they had. This is really cool though. It comes with a lot of interesting accessories, and I do believe we are going to do a fix-up on this because I'm not the biggest fan of the head scan, but again, some really nice packaging all around. Says here comes the money on the back. This is really cool. I actually wasn't going to get this originally. I thought it looked a little odd, but decided to get it obviously because it's here. Got one more item. Well, not one more item in total, but here's another one. And it is the Survivor Series AJ Styles in the blue. I hope we eventually get an Elite of this. But again, I will be taking a closer look once this whole unboxing is said and done. That looks really great. I believe we have like 3 more or something like that. We've got another AJ Styles. This time the red basic exclusive. Those look really cool together, red and blue. That is awesome. 2 different head scans. Really nice. I believe we have maybe 2 more if I am correct, maybe 1. Oh, well, the last one. I think this one honestly might be the best of the bunch because I've wanted it for a while. And it is the List of Jericho exclusive. I believe it's GameStop and Ringside. This is an incredible looking figure. The box is shaped like the list. It is so cool. And on the back, of course, you have the actual List of Jericho, which is really great. I can't wait to unbox this. It's got an awesome head scan, awesome tights, some great accessories. So that's going to be really cool to take a look at. But again, just recapping a little bit, we got the Jericho. We got the AJ. We have the other AJ. We have Shane McMahon. Another exclusive, Finn Balor right there. The Boogeyman. And of course, the one I'm probably most looking forward to with Jericho, Seth Rollins. So that is something like 7-8 figures, but we're going to be taking a look at all of them, doing some little mini reviews, and I think a lot of fix-ups. So we're going to go ahead and get into this right now. We are going to start things off here with the Ringside exclusive Finn Balor and take a look at this figure. But before we do that, of course, he does come with some accessories. One of them is the Balor Club jacket, and I just so happen to have from Ralph's figure clothing. a cloth, much better version. This one is rubber. It is a soft rubber. No, his arms cannot move in it, even though the material is softer than the usual one that they use, I guess. So that's kind of a disappointment. Not really even a disappointment. I was kind of expecting that. But we're going to take it off. On the back, it does have etched in. It says Balor Club. You can really barely make it out, though. To take this off, take a look at the figure, and then put the accessory on. But another accessory he comes with is this Balor Club plastic t-shirt. I'm not even going to put this on. The shoulders are going to completely inhibit any articulation from the shoulder or arm, so that's kind of annoying. But now we're going to look at the actual Balor figure, and this is my favorite head scan of his. It is a little bit large, but it looks fine on this body. They use this as well on that one basic, and that's actually the head scan I have on my custom Elite version. But on his right arm, it is blank, no wrist tape or anything. I might be swapping that. On his left arm, he has got the black sleeve, the signature black sleeve, of course. Then taking a look at the tights here, as you can see, black tights that says Balor Club on the upper right there, and on the back it has the 4 lines that are on the Balor Club logo, the same lines that are on his knee pad, and then just some black kick pads. So it is nothing crazy. It is a pretty normal Finn Balor figure, the first Elite in his non-demon gear, which is really nice. I probably will be swapping the right arm. I do like having the wrist tape on there. I just think it looks better. But, of course, now we're going to do the ultimate test and see how it looks with the Ralph's Figure Clothing jacket, as we are going to put it on right now. I think it looks way better, especially when you have the actual Balor Club logo in the white that you can see on the back. I absolutely love this. This is a very, very great Finn Balor figure. Looking next at the Boogeyman, as for accessories, he comes with this thing which he can't really even hold in his hand that well unless you hold it at like the top over here, but that's not even accurate because he doesn't hold it there. So he's got that, and then of course he's got the alarm clock that he smashes over his head, although this one, as you can see, will not break, but it is a very nice addition to the Boogeyman figure. He also comes with this thing around his neck. I'm going to be saying the word thing a lot because I have no idea what this guy wears. I don't think it is removable. I'm pretty sure he is supposed to wear it. There you go. He also has a bunch of armbands and whatnot going all around. He's actually got a really jacked torso. He's got the Triple H style one. Then some black pants with some nice detailing going around, as you can see right there. The head scan, though, is actually really, really nice. Obviously, it does look like Boogeyman. The face paint is awesome. I kind of like the design that he had. I'm not sure specifically like when he wore it, because it was a lot of times with the yellow. I thought that was always really cool, but they obviously stuck to just the black and red. And funny story for you guys, SmackDown 2007, I believe it was in November, if I am correct. Might have been actually 2006. I can't really remember, although I think it was 2007. Back in those days, I was freakishly scared of the Boogeyman, and we went to a SmackDown where Boogeyman was at. I was petrified. He threw worms. They landed in the crowd on me, and specifically my brother got a couple worms, which was actually really funny. But when I was really young, I was terrified of the Boogeyman. I had nightmares about him. I never wanted to see him. I never liked him, but obviously I got over that as I'm older, and it's nice to finally get an Elite of him. Here you got the Ringside exclusive Shane McMahon, and as you can see, I actually added elbow pads to it. I thought it would inhibit the articulation on the elbow, but it really doesn't a whole lot, which is nice. And obviously, he was wearing elbow pads at this time. But again, I'm not sure what it is about the face scan. I'm just not the biggest fan of it. I don't know if it's the way it looks. I'm not sure. It looks a little odd. I don't know if it's his eyes or what exactly, just not the biggest fan. But he does have his red Shane O'Mac jersey right there, and on the back it says Super Mac, and then the King of the Ring logo, and then Kurt's Kryptonite, because of course he was facing Kurt Angle in this match. The sleeves are pretty cool. This part looks a little bit weird between the shoulder and the jersey. There's a little bit of a dent that's kind of annoying, but you know, I'll deal with it. He's got some dark blue pants and then some nice sneakers. So what I think I'm going to be doing is swapping these two head scans. I'm fully aware that it is not accurate. Obviously, Shane did not have gray hair at this time, but but I think it's going to improve the figure personally. I think I'm going to like how it looks way more, but I might swap it back. And even if I don't like this fix-up, or I don't like the gray hair, I can always have it painted up by Jesus or somebody else just to paint the hair black to make it accurate, because I think this face mold is way better than the Ringside one. Then we've got these two AJ Styles basics, which are pretty different. They both have different head skins. You've got the original AJ, and then the recent one with the screaming expression. The blue one comes with an elbow pad. The red one does not. They both have the tattoo here on his torso, and obviously the tight designs are different because this one is red. He's got the black belt at the top. It says Styles going around his right thigh, and then on the other side it says P1, and it says I am phenomenal as well. On the kick pads, you've got the P1 logo in the red on the white kick pads, and on the back it says Phenomenal 1. I really hope we get this in Elite someday, especially because AJ was wearing red recently. On that little stint on SmackDown, he had that red attire, which is nice and kind of similar to this, although it had more black. But I definitely hope we see this in Elite form soon. But I'm personally a bigger fan of the Survivor Series blue attire. The belt, as you can see, is way more detailed than the red one, with the white design going around. It has the P1 logo with the white designs atop from it. And then you've got the Japanese letters on the right leg. That same white design that you see here is also on this side. Of course, the tights are blue, which I don't really need to point out. And then on the kick pads, you've got white with the black Phenomenal 1 logo on the right and left boot, which is really awesome. Again, I really want to see these in Elite form eventually because I love them. But I want to know which one you guys would rather see in Elite form. I'm going to go with the Survivor Series blue attire, but I want to hear what you guys think. Let me know which one you think would be a better Elite. Here we've got the list of Jericho, Chris Jericho, Ringside, and GameStop exclusive. And it would have made more sense to have this figure come with 2 open hands so he can actually hold the list, but it is indeed a clipboard that says the list of Jericho on it. Even has the clipboard on the front, but no paper to come with it to write down. But you can write down because he also comes with a pen being held in his right hand, which is really, really nice. These are some awesome accessories. Then he comes with his scarf, which is just super duper awesome. And the tights are actually really, really cool. The design is awesome on them. You got the yellowish gold background, and then I believe this is his WrestleMania attire, could be wrong. There's purple, there's red, there are an array of different colors, and it says GOAT on the back, which of course stands for greatest of all time. The kick pads as well are really, really cool with that same yellowish design, the purple, the red, just a great, great attire overall. And not to mention the head scan is perfect, and probably the best Jericho head scan that I've seen from Mattel of all time. I absolutely love this. This figure is awesome. If I do a fix-up on it, I'm probably just going to swap the left hand so it can be open and he can actually hold the list of Jericho. I'm probably going to try to find a hand so it can just be like that, because I think it's definitely going to improve the figure way more. But honestly, besides the hand, I think this Jericho figure is perfect. Here we've got the Elite 52 Seth Rollins. The only confusing part about this figure is why he's coming with the WWE Championship. When he wore this attire, he was obviously fighting for the Universal Championship against Finn Balor at SummerSlam 2016. But, you know, he does come with the WWE title, so I guess there you go, instead of the Universal. Other than that, the accessory he comes with is his green vest, which matches the design on the tights, which is awesome. This was such a cool attire. When I first saw it, I really hope they made it into an Elite form. I actually had 2 of the SummerSlam basics of this attire, as you guys know, a little while ago. But of course, I decided to upgrade to the Elite. It says SR on the back with that neon green, which is awesome going around. We're going to take off the vest. This is the same molded vest, I believe, as the Elite 37, so it's not really anything different. One thing that is different, though, is that they decided to add chest hair to Rollins finally. He does have hair on his chest, indeed, that is true. And they decided to add that finally onto an Elite. He does have his screaming head scan, which I might be swapping out. I'm not 100% sure on it, but it does look really good on this body. And he also got his black wrist tape and then the neon green tight design, which is absolutely amazing. I love this colorway so much. And I also loved his recent SummerSlam attire in the red. Then he's got some green neon kick pads, or knee pads I should say, which are half neon green, half black. And then his kick pads, which are green and black as well. Just an awesome, awesome figure. I love it. I'm probably going to swap the head scan, although I haven't figured out which one yet. But the figure, other than the fact that it came with the WWE title, is really nice and perfect, just like Jericho. I actually kind of do wish they would have used some new legs for Rollins and not these ones. These ones tend to get loose pretty quickly, but other than that, really do love this figure, and we're going to go ahead and do some fix-ups. Alright, we have a ton of new fix-ups to show you guys. I did more than I actually thought I would. I even used some figures that weren't necessarily in the video, but I do want to show you them off. Starting off with Finn Balor. Like I said, this is a very, very tiny fix-up. All I did was swap the right arm with the black wrist tape. Of course, the original arm, which I will have right here on my custom, had the blank arm, which I'm just not really the biggest fan of. I prefer the black wrist tape, so again, just put it on there. Looks, you know, it looks nice. I like it more. It's not really like a huge difference, like I said, but I do enjoy that. Next up, we've got the Shane McMahon Fix Up, and I am definitely going to get the hair painted because it just looks a little bit odd with the gray hair. I put this head on the WrestleMania 32 body. It looks odd as well because I'm honestly just not a big fan of that head scan. But I feel like if I got this hair painted black, it would definitely look way better. This head scan is smaller. I think it's got a better facial expression, looks more like Shane than the other one. And I also added elbow pads, which of course he did wear. I was kind of worried that the articulation would be inhibited because you only have that elbow joint really right there. That's kind of covered by the sleeve. But it actually still worked fine. And normally like a regular elbow joint would work. So I think this looks really nice. There you go. There is Shane. Next up, we've got this Chris Jericho fix-up. Of course, the list Jericho. And again, like I said, all I did was swap the left hand so that he would actually be able to hold the list of Jericho. Now he can actually write on it if he can. It's kind of heavy, so it moves his arm down, but there you go. He can now hold the list of Jericho with his left hand. It fits perfectly. It's just a normal hand. I actually heated up the hand, and while I was heating it up with the hair dryer, I opened it a little bit so we can hold it easier and wouldn't have to like stress the joint or anything. And again, just a small improvement, but I think it makes it look way, way better. Here we've got the Survivor Series AJ. Again, just some small stuff. I took the Elite 51 elbow pad with the P1 logo on the back, and I cut it open so he can have his accurate elbow pad where it is open in the front. And then I also just added some small knee pads as well. Just again, really small details, not really even a fix up, more of just like adding elbow pads and knee pads onto there. I don't know if that counts, but I will have a picture going up on my Instagram soon with all of his accessories, including the Ralph's figure clothing vest as well as the WWE Championship, and I promise you he looks perfect like that. So again, I love that. I did not make any changes to the red AJ. I might find some knee pads to put on him just to make it look a little bit more accurate, but I decided to keep the head on there, and I might add a elbow pad as well, but just didn't do it right now. And the rest of the fix-ups, we've got 3 more. They're actually all Seth Rollins fix-ups, believe it or not. Starting off with this first one, which again was not really featured in the video, but we've got the NXT Rollins fix-up that I finally did, and I gave him some small legs, finally, the Ric Flair ones that I got from Jesus. They make it look way better. I do have to work on it because they are pretty loose after swapping it, so I'm going to use the super glue technique to make them tighter. And I also put this screaming head on there from the SummerSlam figure, and I actually think it looks really good on this body. And I think Jesus might have done this as well. I'm not 100% sure, but I really do love how this looks. Also added the elbow pads as well and the smaller arms onto the NXT Rollins. There you go. There is that. That looks great. Then I have the actual SummerSlam Rollins, and I put this custom head scan that I actually got as well from Jesus, which of course his channel is going to be linked down below, from my custom Rollins that he made me a while back, and I wanted to put it on here because I just didn't want the screaming head on, and it looks perfect. I love it like this. Love this head scan a lot. It looks really great on here. I think it fits the body more, and also has the all black hair as well, so it is accurate rather than just using the original of this head scan where it had the blonde. So there you go. And finally, and again, this was not something I planned on doing until Jesus again gave me the idea to do it, and I think he did it himself. It is the 2015 SummerSlam Rollins with the NXT head scan, and it looks perfect. I, of course, gave him the WWE Championship and the United States Championship to match when he had both titles. But I'm going to take these off for you guys and show you what it looks like, even without the vest, because it just looks beautiful. Probably one of, honestly, my favorite fix-ups. Head scan just fits the body perfectly. I mean, look at that. It is great. It is much better than the goofy laughing one that was on here. And that's not a terrible head scan, but this one is just way better. And there you have it. Those are all the fix-ups. That's all the unboxings. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Mail Call. If you did, make sure you leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, stay tuned to the next one. We are just one more episode closer to Mail Call 100. I can't freaking wait.